Hi there, so today we're reviewing the Nescafe Dolce Gusto. This is the Genio S Family Bundle. Now what makes it the Family Bundle? Well, the Family Bundle means that you get 3 boxes of coffee pods with it. You get the Nescafe Gold, the Kit Kat, and you get a Cappuccino box as well. As you'll see in a minute, it's really just the machine inside a box, inside another box with the 3 boxes of drinks as well. So I purchased this from Argos around Christmas time. It was £40 in Christmas 2025. And that was a pretty good deal because you got the 3 boxes of drinks with it. So let's unbox it and have a look. So straight away, you get your cappuccino box inside, just as if you'd buy it off the supermarket shelf. And then you get a Nescafe Gold in there as well. And finally, the Kit Kat one, which is 16 capsules in each. Well, 16 capsules in the Kit Kat, if you're really that interested. 16 in the Nescafe Gold and 8 in the Cappuccino, because you get a milk and a coffee in those. So as I said before, it's really like a box in a box. And here's the main box. So this one is, turn it around the right way. This one is white. I've previously had like a Bosch Tassimo in a black one, but the kitchen's mainly white. So it was nice to go for something that was white, except for you get a bit of black in the main bit as well. So let's just open it up and have a look at it. I'm hoping this is going to do hot water as well, but I'm not sure. So we will soon find out. So inside is the tray. And then a second part of the tray as well, by the looks of it, or a cover of some kind. Getting a lot of paperwork in here as well. A lot of documents. A piece of cardboard, and then you get the main machine itself, and there is nothing else left in the box. So the cable length, I would say, is about 60, 70 centimeters. And I'm just going to open it up from underneath. That's the lid for the water. So the water container is on the back, clear one with a lid, and that just comes off, and then you can fill that up with your water and put it back on. Or in this instance, it's got quite a nice opening, so you don't have to always remove it. In the Bosch Tassimo one, it's quite narrow in the back, and it's got a little handle on it, and you pull it out to take it to the tap. But this one you could take to the tap, or actually fill up a jug or something like that and pour it straight in, which is pretty nice. We've got graphics down the sides saying Nescafe Dolce Gusto, what we have on certainly on that side. And then we've got a little hook here. Obviously you could put your drink straight under here, your glass or cup straight under here. And then you've got a shorter little one there as well if you've got cups and you don't want the liquid to spill everywhere. So fairly simple. So for short cups, normal mugs, short mugs, you can put the drip tray higher up on there. Or you don't have to leave it like this, but you can if you've got a tall mug or beaker or something. But this does fit quite nicely. It snaps on, there you go, onto the base there as well. So you can leave it there to collect your drips if you're using a normal sized mug. We've got a dial on the top to select the amount of drink we want in it. And then the top just basically opens up like that. And then the tray comes out, and inside we've got our plastic dummy. And normally the pods would then just go inside in like that as well. And that's all there seems to be to it, really. There's not a lot else to say, to be honest. Let's get it fired up and working, and let's have a drink. So the manual's quite explanatory. What we're going to do first is we're going to fill up the container. Going to put a cup or some container underneath to collect the water. We're going to leave the plastic part inside the filter, and we're just going to let it run through as it's not been used before. And then following that, we're just going to run through this cleaning routine, which is fairly straightforward. And then after that, we are ready for my first drink. Hot and cold selection is fairly easy as well. It's just a matter of pressing the temperature button to get a hot or a cold colour on it, and then just dial in how much you want, and then press the coffee button. Right, so it turns out the max line on here really is right at the top here. So be careful not to spill the water if you're going to fill it right to the top. Okay, so I've filled it full of water and I've turned it on. Plastic filter is in here. I've opened it up and it's turned on. So we're just going to put that back in here as the instructions say. And then basically we're going to get a container underneath and we're going to close it down. Okay, so I've got my glass underneath now. I'm just going to go for it. Hit the button. It's quite noisy to start with. It's just having a quick clean. And now we've got a little bit out. I've been told by the instructions just to dial it up to the max and then go again. So we're just going to go all the way up. Just going to empty the glass out. It's hot in there, hot water in there, and then we're going to hit it again. It's actually quite nice. It's actually counting down on here, which is quite nice to see. So it gives an indicator of when it's going to be ready. There you go. You can see here we've got quite some cloudy old water coming out here. It is hot, but I just wanted to have it, put it in a glass so you can see what it was looking to come out like. Right, I'm going to repeat that process again because it was so cloudy coming out the glass. I'd like to see it quite clear. Yeah, it's still quite cloudy. Let's keep going. Right, so I've done 5 rinses with hot. I've now just pressed the button on the front here again to go from hot to cold, and I'm going to run a couple of cold rinses through and then see what it looks like then. So this is normal tap water. Just wanted to check for the clearness. This is the cold. So we ran through 3 runs of those to make sure it's nice and clear and match the tap water. And then this is the hot water. That's now starting to match as well, but that took about 7 runs. And this is actually my water from the other machine I've got. It's quite off-putting actually having that behind because you can't really tell the clearness. But it definitely, just to illustrate, that's from the Bosch Tassimo to see the clearness of that one. The hot is definitely getting a lot better. I think a couple more runs through with that and then we should be there. But it's really worth making sure you're not getting cloudy water out of this when you set it up. Really make sure you keep running it through hot and cold runs until you're happy that the water is a pretty good colour, nice and clear. Okay, so we have proven that you can get really hot water out of this. All you have to do is put that funnel inside that, and then you will get out really hot water. The glass is very hot to touch, so you could run it just for hot water, put a bag inside your mug, and get hot water out of it. But now I've refilled the water and I'm going to do a Kit Kat. So how do you know how much to dilute it to? Well, if you look on here, you can see a graphic and it says 4 out of 7. I put mine on 7, but it depends how much you want it diluted. So I've got my clear glass in just so we can have a look at what it looks like as it's filling up. So I'm going to slot that in there. Put the top down. I'm going to go for full volume and on hot, of course. I've refilled the water reservoir. And I'm just going to press the button. When this comes out, it is super hot, especially when this machine's new. Whether it's going to cool down a little bit with more use, but it is just about the same heat as kind of drinking hot water out of a freshly boiled kettle, to be honest. Probably hotter than the Bosch Tassimo I've got, even though that is a few years old, I must admit. Right, so I've filled it back up with water again. And for the final test today, we're going to do the cappuccino. So when you look at the cappuccino, one's got white and one's got brown, obviously the coffee and the milk. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to look on top. So I'm going to do the coffee first. And that tells me just to do it on level 1. So I've filled the machine back up with water. Just dial it down to 1 and press the button. That seems not a lot of coffee to come out of that. Okay, let's go back and take it out. So yeah, level 1. Now for the milk, and that is telling me quite a lot more levels. 1 from the top, so 6. Let's dial that in. Hot milk, let's go. That seems like a lot of milk. It's nearly finished. Yep. It looks like it's got quite a nice froth to the top of it, I must admit. But you can probably see on the side, I've got a few different levels here. But going down to the bottom, we've got a bit of extra coffee at the bottom there as well. So you might want to stir that a little bit. There you go, I've given that a stir. It's still separating up, but it's given a nice kind of cappuccino look. When it cools down, I'll give it a drink. So to sum up then, this machine seems pretty good. I like that it's easy to get to the water container. That's easy to fill up and put back. It holds quite a lot of water. I think I get about 2 or 3 of my glasses in there without having to refill it up. The hot water unit seems to work really well if you use the funnel part in there. You can get hot water out of this, which is really good. The hot water is really hot as well, so mind you don't burn yourself. If you don't drink it straight away, if you're putting it on hot. Hot and cold drinks as well, which is really nice, and you can check the level. Really easy to use as well, and the drip tray can go up higher or down below or removed completely depending on your kind of cup size, so that's pretty good. For a price point, I think about £40 with 3 boxes was pretty good. You're going to pick this up for about £30 or £40, certainly around sort of Christmas time, around holiday times as well. I like the colour of it as well. It's reasonably noisy, not too bad. I've heard louder ones, I've heard quieter ones, so it's pretty good, to be honest. The cable on it Not too bad. I'd say about 1 meter. That's probably enough if you're near an electrical socket. If not, you might need to put an extension on it. But hopefully you've got enough plug sockets from where you're going to place it. Otherwise, I'm pretty impressed. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a like. If you want to leave a comment down below, please do. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you soon.